If you're reading this, change your passwords now. Every day we leave digital trails, believing we're safe, in control. But what if there was a place online that could reach out and take you? In 2023, rumors spread of a nameless chat room, a digital black hole. No graphics, no exit, just a void. A login page with a single field. Only those who saw the message, N0_F4CE has invited you, knew how to enter. They typed their username, pressed enter, and stepped into the unseen room. Inside, nothing. No interface, no users, just a black screen. It felt like a sensory deprivation tank, oppressive, silent. Users typed into the void, desperate for a response. Their messages faded instantly, then after minutes or hours a single line appeared. You are not alone. The room felt watchful, alive. Some dismissed it as a glitch. Others couldn't shake the dread. Curiosity pulled a few deeper, searching for meaning in the darkness. The invitation was never clickable, never explained. Those who entered described a chilling presence, as if the room itself was aware. The experience was personal, unsettling, and impossible to forget. The chat room was a trap, one that erased boundaries between digital and real. For some, the feeling of being watched lingered long after logging out. Warnings spread, but the legend only grew. The unseen room was no ordinary website. It was a digital abyss, and once you entered, you were never truly alone again. The story had only just begun. N0_F4CE. No one knew if it was a person, a group, or something else. The invitations were precise, targeting the isolated and the obsessed. Recipients were members of obscure online communities, mystery solvers, code breakers, digital archaeologists. The chat room wasn't for conversation, it was for surveillance. After "You are not alone," more messages appeared. "We see you. We know your name. Don't turn around." Webcams flickered on. Whispers echoed from speakers. The room felt sentient, invasive. Most panicked, shut down their computers, tried to forget. But the paranoia lingered. Some felt followed, haunted. Warnings flooded forums, but were dismissed as hysteria. Then the warnings stopped. The most terrified users went silent. Their profiles vanished, posts deleted. It was as if they'd never existed. The chat room didn't just watch, it erased. The disappearances began quietly. Users who spoke out about the chat room vanished, profiles deleted, posts wiped. Friends searched but found nothing. It was as if they'd been erased from the internet. This wasn't just going offline. It was a digital abduction. Panic spread, lists of the vanished circulated, but real identities were hard to trace. The isolation that made them targets also made them untraceable. Was it hackers, something stranger? The chat room could delete not just the present, but the past, rewriting digital history. It was a modern damnation, total erasure. The legend grew. This was no ordinary disappearance. The chat room didn't just take you, it annihilated your digital self. The fear was real and the silence louder than any warning. The internet had never seen anything like it. The unseen room was rewriting reality. The legend exploded when YouTuber Lost Signal, real name Alex, decided to investigate live. He set up a stream, promising to document everything. Using a VPN and virtual machine, he found the login page, typed Lost Signal, and entered. The screen went black. Silence. Then, "You are not alone." Alex read it aloud, visibly shaken. Another message. "We see you, Alex." He hadn't used his real name online. Fear took over. He stared at his bedroom door, off camera. Suddenly he stood up, eyes wide. The stream cut to a static image of his empty chair. The broadcast ended. Alex was never seen again. His channel was deleted within the hour. Thousands witnessed his disappearance live. The chat room's threat was no longer a rumor, it was real. The internet was terrified. The story had crossed into reality. Lost Signal's disappearance galvanized the internet. Hackers and sleuths united, convinced the chat room was human-made. They scoured data, searching for clues. A breakthrough German hackers recovered a binary code from a login session. After weeks, they cracked it. Coordinates, the location, an abandoned industrial park. Investigators found surveillance gear and a keychain belonging to a vanished user. More coordinates surfaced, each leading to isolated, eerie sites, lighthouses, listening posts, weather stations. At each, personal effects of the missing were found. The chat room was a lure. These places were the end. The binary trail mapped the vanished. The digital and physical worlds had merged. The horror was no longer virtual. The chat room's reach was everywhere. The legend was now a terrifying reality. The map of the missing kept growing. Suddenly a countdown appeared on the chat room's login page. 72 hours. Global efforts to trace or shut down the site failed. When the timer hit 0, the site vanished. Simultaneously, more investigators disappeared, those closest to the truth. The timer wasn't a warning, it was a declaration. N0_F4CE had won. 2 years have passed. The chat room never returned. The binary trail went cold. The story became internet folklore. Some say it was an elaborate game, others believe it was real. Skeptics point to the lack of police reports, but for families of the missing, the pain is real. Was it a criminal enterprise, a government experiment, or something else? We may never know. The story remains unresolved, a haunting question mark. It's a chilling reminder. There are dark corners of our connected world. Sometimes when you stare into the void stares back. The unseen room is gone, but its shadow lingers. Change your passwords. Stay vigilant. Some doors once opened can never be closed.